All 13 lined up here. 5-2 on the off was Tara's Girl. 7-2 bar one.
They're under starters' orders and they're off.
The breakaway to race over 5 furlongs. Jamestown was very slow to go, but Heathyard's Lad well into stride with gain time, and they're closely followed by Tara's Girl and Kind Emperor. Behind them comes Best Ever. They then follow towards the far side by Thorncliffe Fox. Then comes Clever Girl and Labret, and they're racing towards the 3 furlong marker. Tara's Girl down the centre, just showing the way to Kind Emperor. On the far side, Heathyard's Lad. They're followed by Gain Time. Then comes Labret, Thorncliffe Fox, and the outside comes Best Ever. They're now racing down to the final 2.5 furlongs. Heathyard's Lad, Tara's Girl, nothing between them. Half a length to Kind Emperor down the centre. Behind them, Jolie Green making good headway. Then comes Thorncliffe Fox. They're now coming down to the final furlong and a half. Heathyard's Lad on the far side, Thorncliffe Fox, Tara's Girl, then comes Kind Emperor. Behind them, Jolie Green and Gain Time. They're inside the final furlong. It's Tara's Girl down the centre from Kind Emperor. Heathyard's Lad still well there. Behind them comes Gain Time, Thorncliffe Fox up towards the line. Tara's Girl now going on. Tara's Girl quickly going 2 lengths clear from Kind Emperor. Tara's Girl the winner, Kind Emperor second, close for third. Heathyard's Lad on the outside. We had Gain Time, and between them was Labret.
Promising debut behind Presentation at Windsor. You'll have seen that in the winning post, and Richard Hannon really thinks plenty of Presentation as well. Presentation was a comfortable winner, but Prairie Downs ran pretty well that day and ran pretty well from a moderate draw to boot. Now then, our commentator once again is Dave Smith.
Thanks, Jeff. I think the last one's gone in.
They're under starters' orders and they're off.
For the 35th running of the Hilary Needler Trophy, one of the first ones to dash out is Pippa Dash, who shows the way to Tara's Girl. Then behind these running fast is Prairie Downs as well through the first furlong, and Palmstead Bell's not far off the pace either as they come towards the half-mile marker. And Tara's Girl, Pippa Dash and also Prairie Downs make a line of 3, with also Palmstead Bell just in behind these. Cotton House is running fast, then comes Vida Spericulata as they come towards halfway, and Tara's Girl has it by a nose only to Prairie Downs. And behind his Cautious Joe starts to unwind with a challenge on the outside, and she's running on really stoutly. Coming down inside the final 2 furlongs, Tara's Girl the far side, pressed on the outside by Cautious Joe, and then comes Prairie Downs and Vita Spericulata. They're well inside the final quarter, and Tara's Girl hangs on grimly on the far side from Vita Spericulata in second place. Pippa Dash runs behind these. Cautious Joe's runs come to an end inside the final furlong, and Tara's Girl keeps on strongly to the far side. Vita Spericulata doing her best in second. Then comes Pippa Dash, but the Hilary Needler goes to Tara's Girl, made every single yard to beat Vita Spericulata. Then comes Pippa Dash behind these. Cotton House in a battle for 4th place with Prairie Downs.
Bit of a turn-up, one of those that we didn't mention. Tara's Girl. Tony Culhane riding that one, and well, she pinged the stalls and she was always thereabouts, and you could give her a chance on a debut run, in truth, behind Pippa Dash at Haydock. She was only just beaten by Pippa Dash that day, and followed up with a 2.5 length win over course and distance. But ran poorly next time out, has had a bit of a break, and the break has clearly done her good, and she's made all here, and not easy to do at Beverley.
No, she was actually very unlucky first run when she was second to Pippa Dash. She had a run that day, she should probably have beaten her. But marvellous to John Quinn. He's had 2 winners now. He had a lean year last year, and it's marvellous to see a little trainer get so much success.
There is Tara's Girl. You had to give her a squeak on her first couple of runs. You couldn't give her much chance, though, on her 3rd run, but she didn't know that, and tremendous performance by her. And Vita Spericulata, good run by the second as well, stepping up from selling class and stepping up very effectively. Plenty of disappointments in the race as well, though. Cotton House never in it, Norwood's Boast certainly not with a winning chance. Here's the SP.
Big price winner here, number 8 Tara's Girl at 16-1. The second was pretty well supported, number 9 Vita Spericulata, having touched 16-1, eventually returned 12-1. The third home was number 1 Pippa Dash, and that was the 13-8 favourite. All 9 ran in the 7-10 at Beverley.
Yeah, there's the winner coming back at Beverley, Tara's Girl, and smashing performance by her. Temptation must now be go to Royal Ascot, you would think, Nigel?
Yeah, it'd be lovely. I mean, as I say, it's a good little yard. John Quinn, he used to be a jockey for Jimmy Fitzgerald, and he's very, very dedicated, and it's lovely to see them get a great win again. And to get 2 winners at the local course, it would bound to do them a world of good. The second horse, which won a sell at Edinburgh, it's a good job nobody's going for a punt against that last time, because that's shown a good effect for itself. And John Wainwright, also training for Moulton, it's great for him to have a horse finish second in Hilary Needler.
Absolutely. Usually is a pretty good guide as well. Doesn't matter what size of field as far as John Quinn's concerned. Big price double for him already this evening, and the icing on the cake, that victory in the Hilary Needler. And right now John Quinn is with Doug Fraser.
Thanks very much, Jeff. John joins me here after having the first two winners in the card at Beverley, but no doubt Tara's Girl, the big success and the big story here so far. John, yeah. The biggest win of your training career so far?
Yes, it is, yeah.
She won here 2 outings ago, but disappointed at Pontefract last time.
She disappointed at Pontefract. She missed the break and got hampered and never got into it. And when she came home, we couldn't find anything wrong with her, so we decided we'd just give her a break, because her earlier form was good, and I felt that she was a lot better than the Pontefract run, so I just gave her a break, you know.
Tony Cohen, the winning rider tonight, was pretty bullish about her, and I think you're going to Royal Ascot now.
Well, she's entitled to run. And she's going. I'm going, so I may as well bring her.
Tipperary Sunset, the winner of our first race tonight, she certainly appreciated the underfoot conditions here.
Yes, the rain really. He likes to get his toe in, and he's a great servant. When things are right, you know, he always comes up trumps, and I think that 6 handicaps he's won me, and yeah, he's a good servant, yeah.
Horse is in pretty good form just now, John. 8 winners for the season?
Yeah, I think I've had 10 winners. I've had a few jump winners and 8 on the flat, so that's 10. Last year everything went wrong. I had only 11 winners in all, so we'll just keep going, you know.
Well done tonight, and good luck at Ascot.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
Forward. Westcourt Magic in. Just waiting for Nifty Major. And that's it. We're all set.
They're under starters' orders. They're off.
Breakaway to race over 5 furlongs. Eaglet smartly away over towards the far side. Mary Jane showing good early speed. Bowler's Boy also well there. Tara's Emperor. They're splitting into 2 groups. Stand side Westcourt Magic and High Esteem close up. Gay Breeze not too far off the pace. Covered a furlong and a half. High Esteem tracking across towards that far side group is the overall leader. And leads from Mary Jane, the Bull McCabe, Tara's Emperor. Pertemps FC is also well there. Stand side, it's a Westcourt Magic from Gay Breeze. And they're now racing past halfway. Over on the far side, High Esteem being pushed along. Mary Jane over on the far side well there. Tara's Emperor still close up. Stand side, it's Westcourt Magic and Gay Breeze, but they come down inside the final furlong and a half. Mary Jane, Tara's Emperor on the far side. Another victim coming to join them. Bowler's Boy running on. Phoenix Pride's there. Stand side, it's Gay Breeze from Red Charger, but the far side, another victim goes on from Tara's Emperor. Then comes Bowler's Boy, Mary Jane, another victim from Tara's Emperor. As they go towards the line, Tara's Emperor getting up in the shadows of the post. Tara's Emperor's wins from another victim back in second. Tight for third, Bowler's Boy and Phoenix Pride.
First number 6, second number 19, third number 7, and fourth number 1.
Just waiting for Silka Legend to go into stall 6. That completes the line. Midnight Arrow just missed it very slightly, but in the early stages, Elsie Plunkett and Tara's Emperor down the centre show the best pace, just ahead of Silka Legend in third. In fourth place then, the check colours of Stragoni, with Rush By racing very keenly on the outside of the pack. And in the early stages, Midnight Arrow just off the bridle and climbing a little bit towards the back of the field as Elsie Plunkett leads the field past the 3.5 furlong point. Half on the outside to Tara's Emperor, getting the trail in third is Silka Legend. On the outside, Rush By and then Stragoni, and still at the back of the field is Midnight Arrow. So Elsie Plunkett leads them towards the final 2 furlongs. Still pressed on the outside by Tara's Emperor. Ridden along in third is Silka Legend. Then comes Rush By. Midnight Arrow was just squeezed against the fence there, and is now in seemingly a hopeless position as Tara's Emperor takes over with a furlong and a half to go. It's Tara's Emperor for Jimmy Fortune, who's got 2 lengths, and seemingly the race in the bag from Elsie Plunkett. Then Silka Legend, but inside the final furlong, driven out the Northern Raider. Tara's Emperor is going to win the Credit Suisse First Boston National Stakes in the style of a good juvenile. Flying home, Stragoni makes a lot of late ground, grabs second from Elsie Plunkett. Then behind these came Silka Legend.
Just waiting for 2.
They're under starters' orders. They're off.
And away they go for the Kintyre handicap over the straight 5 furlongs, and Nifty Alice is very prominent. Also Cark was well away and is right up with the early pace. Love in the centre of the course showing pace. Garrison is probably just about the overall leader, and Paid Up also very prominent right against the stand rails. They've already covered nearly 2 furlongs. Cark in the centre from Garrison. Paid Up right up in contention on the stands rails. Thanks, Max is chasing them. Hopang Yao travelling nicely just on the heels of the leaders, but as they come down past halfway, it's Cark with the advantage from Paid Up on the stand side. Behind these bios getting into contention. Garrison still well there as they come on down then towards the final furlong. Cark from Paid Up, then comes bio. Behind these we've got Tara's Emperor's making ground, also Flying Tackle as they come inside the final furlong. It's Cark with the advantage from Flying Tackle and Tara's Emperor, then comes Paid Up and Bio and Lady Lenore. It's Cark just in front as they go to the line, but Tara's Emperor and Flying Tackle both finishing strongly, and it's Tara's Emperor who gets up on the line to beat Flying Tackle. Cark is back in third, Paid Up fourth.
Favourites in, last one going in now. Owen.
They're under starters' orders and they're off.
They break away to race over 5 furlongs. Kachina Doll broke well on the outside, leads in the early stages with Stragon. Prince Gregory up against the stand side rail as well there. They're then followed by Sir Francis and Tara's Emperor. Towards the rear at this stage is Sign of Truce. They've covered the first furlong and a half. Prince Gregory disputes the lead with Stragon. Sir Francis going third. They're then followed by Thornton Diva. Kachina Doll now back in midfield. They come past the 3 and race down towards halfway. Prince Gregory by half a length to on the outside. Sir Francis between the 2, Stragon. They're followed by Thornton Diva. Tara's Emperor making good headway. Then comes Still Me Mate, and they're then followed by Mammoth Tonight. Then comes Cumbrian Harmony. Sir Francis dropping away very quickly now as he come down to the final furlong and a half. And it's Stragon in the centre with Prince Gregory. Mammoth Tonight looking for room. They're followed by Tara's Emperor. Thornton Diva coming there pretty strongly. They come inside the final furlong. A wide open race. Tara's Emperor now going on from Thornton Diva going second. Prince Gregory back in third. Mammoth Tonight staying on. But up towards the line, Tara's Emperor staying on well here, coming 2 lines clear. Tara's Emperor the winner, Thornton Diva second, Mammoth Tonight was third, Prince Gregory back in fourth.
Stall handlers now with Adept into stall 2.
They're under starters' orders. They're off.
And Adept didn't go in the stalls. This is the Intellibet Davy Cooper Memorial. It's over 6 furlongs, and very fast astride is Tara's Emperor, and that one is showing plenty of early dash, and they're all electing to go over on the far side. Also with plenty of early pace is Touch of Fairy. Alistair Smelly just in behind them, Columbine behind these, and also running very fast indeed is Pilgrim Princess. And at the end of the first 2.5 furlongs, it's Pilgrim Princess that's come through to take up the running here. Tara's Emperor is following in second place. Prickstar is bang there with a yellow cap in the blue jacket, Las Ramblas running fast. Frank poured in behind a wall of horses and is just having to get that one going a bit as Nifty Major looks for room, opens the door for him though. They come down towards the 2 and Pilgrim Princess has been fast to go, and that has the edge. Tara's Emperor in second place. Coming in third now is Touch of Fairy. Frank Port with a manhunt to climb. Alistair Smelly is a strong finisher. Priestar on the outside. They come down towards the final furlong, and Yellow Cap down the centre field. Here comes Tara's Emperor under Darren Williams going on, but Pilgrim Princess is fighting back with a long run on the outside. Touch of Fairy, it's putting in good work now. It's a wave of 3 as they race up towards the line. It's Tara's Emperor just holding on. Pilgrim Princess War, that's a bobber. It's close. Back in third place comes Touch of Fairy. Prickstar for Alistair Smelly, and then running on well behind these, Jeffrey Another Red.
Photograph.
Number 11, Adept, was withdrawn and did not come under starters' orders. I repeat, number 11, Adept, was withdrawn and did not come under starters' orders. The horse refused to enter the stalls.
money out of anyway. 3-2 on the field then, Goretzky. They're all in. Let's go to commentary.
Just waiting for the last one to go forward. Gdanska's backed out of stall number 5. Will be offered once more. That looks to be it. And away they break over the 5-furlong trip, and Gdansk was slow to leave the stalls, but showing good early pace is Zinner. This one in company with Tsar Wars. Towards the near side, Sarsen and Goretzky are well up with the pace, and also Branston Pickle comes through to join that leading line. The second rank includes Carlton, who's showing early pace, just tucked in behind them. Races Stato, York, John O'Groats, and then Gdansk, who's made up some of the lost ground. Tara's Empress towards the rear, and also Card Games. But they're heading down inside the last 2.5 as they pass halfway, and it's Tsar Wars and Zinner and Branston Pickle the leaders. Goretzky driven along behind them. Carlton being produced from just off the pace. Trying to pick up near side now is Tara's Emperor. That coming with a strong run, and it's Tsar Wars and Tara's Emperor who race on as they come down towards the final furlongs. They're ahead of Carlton, Goretzky, and now Gdansk is staying on under pressure, but coming now inside the last, and it's Tsar Wars. They're being tackled by Tara's Emperor. These two stride for stride. Carlton and Gdansk are finishing well, and it's Tara's Emperor just with the lead from Tsar Wars. Tara's Emperor has beaten Tsar Wars. Third was Carlton. Back and forth was Gdansk, and then Stato York.
For the 520, Division 2 of the same handicap, a mile won the distance again. Côte Soleil went off the 9-2 favourite.
This is the second division of the Master Bookmakers Handicap. The trip again, 9 furlongs. Ace of Trumps leading in early stages from Crosby, Don John, Decaz next. Then comes Sunwell, Côte Soleil on the outside. Then comes Caitlin further back in the field, Dove Brace, and they're then chased by Moyne Pleasure. Towards the back in the early stages, Bassinet and Valley Hurry, and also towards the rear is Safe Shot. They've covered 2 furlongs, they're racing down the far side. Ace of Trumps blazing the trail, Côte Soleil on the outside going second, Sunwell back in third. They're followed by Decaz. Further wide in the track is Moyne Pleasure with Cool Singer, Crosby, Don John just behind them. Dove Brace in midfield with Thanks Max. Then comes Caitlin, Howard's Heroine, and they're followed by Lycett Sparkle, Ballyhurry, Bassinet, and the back marker by some way is Safe Shot. They're racing out of the back straight and heading towards a halfway stage. Ace of Trumps being pressed now by Sunwell. Decaz next on the inside of Côte Soleil, Cool Singer running wide. Moyne Pleasure as well there. Then comes Crosby, Don John, and they're followed by Caitlin, Dove Brace, then Thanks Max and Howard's Heroine. They turn into the home straight now. They come down to the final 3.5, and it's Ace of Trumps and Sunwell matching strides up front. Côte Soleil in the white sleeves is well placed just behind them. Then comes Decaz, Thanks Max, Crosby, Don John. Moyne Pleasure now been asked to take closer order. Cool Singer next on the outside, and then comes Caitlin. Many with chances. He come down to the final 2. Sunwell from Ace of Trumps, Côte Soleil, Decaz, and Crosby, Don John. Bassinet's coming there very strongly just behind them. They come down to the final furlong. Sunwell leads, Bassinet going second, Côte Soleil third, and Ace of Trumps and Decaz. Ballyhurry making late headway inside the final furlong. Sunwell been joined by Bassinet, then comes Ballyhurry staying on to go third. Well inside the final furlong, Bassinet getting on top, going on to score. Bassinet the winner, Sunwell second, Ballyhurry third, Decaz in 4.
Bassinet wins the last at 10-1 for Jamie Spencer, and John Quinn wins by a neck, beating number 3, Sunwell in second at 9-1. The third horse, number 7, Ballyhurry.
And they're off. They're racing over 5 furlongs. One of 2 of these were very slow to begin. New Day Dawning was very slow to start. Foxy Loxy also fluffed the beginning, and so too did Mega Bond, but very fast away was the jolly old favourite, and against the inside, Little Jim Bob has now gone on and bagged the rail. To his outside racers, Fitzwarren, who's right up there, and so too is Game Floor as they go through the first couple of furlongs. And then towards the outside comes Prince Tara as they're now about to make the turn back towards home, and as they do so, The leader is Little Jim Bob. In second place is Fitzwarren. They're already very well strung out indeed. Prince Tara is in third. Queen of Bulgaria turned in fourth. On the inside is Game Flora in fifth, and then staying on is Chamon, who's in sixth, and then towards the outside Handsome Cross, racing down towards the final furlong, and Little Jim Bob has now beat the retreat. He's dropped back to third, and it's the gambled on Prince Tara who hits the front. On the inside in second is Fitzwarren, who's game, but Prince Tara is too good, and Prince Tara wins tidily. Fitzwarren was second, Little Jim Bob was third, staying on fourth, Handsome Cross.
Last one's going forward, blindfolds off now, we're set to go. Over a mile, gates open, and they're off and running. Lady of Good Dance just a little bit slow to go, as was Princess Royale, as they break over a mile here for the Adrian Maguire Testimonial Handicap. Sure Vision got a good start, also going with in the early stages, Storm Clear, and they're followed by Deliza. Up on the outside, It Can Be Done Again. Behind these on the inside rail is Silver Mode. Bassinet at this stage has got about 4 or 5 behind him, held up with a run. The Sheepskin Cheek Pieces, Yellow Cap. And Zafasha, Pat Edery also covered up, in fact moves up now in the leading pack. Zafasha just obscured as they take the loop now. Sure Vision from Zafasha on the outside, then It Can Be Done Again in third, then comes Storm Clear and Deliza. Behind these comes Mistral Sky, Temper Tantrum on the inside, Silver Mode of Hill Magic, Environmentalist Loch Laird towards the back of the field, with Bassinet who's trying to sneak up the inside. Then a bit of a break too at the back of the field, Deeper in Debt, who's a little bit struggling for toe at this stage as they race round towards us now and head towards the halfway point and beyond. Sure Vision, Zafashar, with on the outside It Can Be Done Again, the yellow jacket. Red colours of Temper Tantrum sneaking closer, the Sheepskin Cheek Pieces. And then behind these, angling for run, is Storm Clear. Silver Mode, the spots on the inside trying to get through. Mistral Sky is busy working away, also trying to pick up Noble Pursuit. Couldn't see him early on, picks up on the outside, Light Blue Jacket, Blue Cap, and then Loch Laird, the red sleeves down the middle. But Zafasha and Pat Edery have taken over now. Zafasha from Sure Vision, and then comes Deliza back in fourth place now. Bassinet Kieran gets a run on the outside. There goes Bassinet with a yellow cap. Zafasha losing out the battle of Sure Vision on the outside. Bassinet between them, Deliza and Hill Magic. What a thriller, and it's Kieran Fallon who's come through, storming through to take it on Bassinet. Bassinet from Sure Vision. Hill Magic was third, Deliza was next.
Forward. This is going to be Shrink, who's going to be the last to go in. That's it, they're all in. They're ready. And they're away for the opener. Rather slow to stride was York's Folly, but settling down the early stages for this Countersport Rain or Shine Novices Stakes. Up on the inside rail, Shrink in the pink jacket takes him along. From in the centre now, York's Folly, who's got into a drive. And on the outside is Musical Lyrics. These three virtually in line abreast, a length back to Simon's Wood, and behind this one, Prince Tara. They're racing down towards the final three now, and as they do so, it's still Shrink under John Carroll, who's moving well on the inside rail in the pink jacket. Being driven along on the outside is Musical Lyric and York's Folly between horse. Right behind this one, and again to improve, is Prince Tara, who's coming there strongly as they pass the quarter mile. Down towards the final furlong and a half then, and still Shrink, who's made most of it so far. Only had one outing so far, was second at Chepstow. Looks they might go well to follow up here into the number one spot this evening, because Shrink has got it under control, goes about a length clear despite Prince Tara fighting back. Shrink looks to have it tied up inside the final half furlong. Prince Tara's coming at the death. Prince Tara's coming well done. Prince Tara just gets there on the line from Shrink. Back in third is Simon's Wood, and behind Simon's Wood, Musical Lyrics.
And they're off. Raise Your Glass, Midnight Tango, Direct Descendant and Ball Games are the first four as they approach the first flight of hurdles in the back straight. Milan King and Bridgen Blue and Razzmatazz held up as the last trio, and Midnight Tango touchdown just ahead in front of Raise Your Glass as they start to climb the hill to come on to three flights of hurdles up the home straight. Midnight Tango and Raise Your Glass, they're racing about 4 or 5 lengths clear of Ball Games and Direct Descendant, and the other three more or less in a line. Razzmatazz is on the rails, Bridgend Blue in the centre, and Milan King on the outside. So Midnight Tango in the pale blue with the red cap, Raise Your Glass. Almost at the second flight now. They're about 8 lengths clear of Direct Descendant in pink colours, and then with the green headgear, Ball Games, the dark blue of Razzmatazz, the black sleeves is Milan King, and the claret colours of the locally trained Bridgend Blue. As they go past the winning post, on towards the third flight, and Raise Your Glass is now fractionally in front of Midnight Tango. 12 lengths then to Direct Descendant and Ball Games, and then Milan King. And as they jump it, Midnight Tango just hit that one. She just lost a little bit of impetus, but continues a close second as they near the fourth flight. Raise Your Glass and Midnight Tango, just a half a length between them as the others go over it. Direct Descendant now a definite third, and then Ball Games. After this one is Milan King, with Razzmatazz still towards the back of the field, and Bridgend Blue getting some encouragement in last place. Would be nearly 15 lengths from the leader, Bridgend Blue, and struggling to go the gallop. So towards the far side, and the next two flights, numbers 5 and 6, come pretty close together. Midnight Tango beginning to lose ground quickly as Raise Your Glass is left with a clear lead. Direct Descendant moving up into second place. Leader not that fluent. Ball Games is now in third. Then comes Razzmatazz, who's still going well. Midnight Tango dropping right out of it. And they're at the next. And again, Raise Your Glass hit it. And Direct Descendant, the pink colours going well. Razzmatazz on the outside and Ball Games, and they're clear of Milan King, who'd be 15 lengths behind the leader, and then even wider gaps back to Midnight Tango, who stopped completely, and Bridgend Blue. The next flight will be the second from home. Raise Your Glass is a length and a half ahead of Razzmatazz. There's half a length to Direct Descendant. Ball Games now has to be driven along and is 3 lengths behind, but a long way clear of the others. So Raise Your Glass, ridden, coming towards the second last, now a half a length in front of Direct Descendant. Both took that one pretty well. Razzmatazz was rather slow in the air and is overtaken there by Ball Games. As they make their way up the hill now, Raise Your Glass, with Direct Descendant sitting just about a length behind, looks to be going well. Ball Games ridden with a chance on the inside. So Direct Descendant in the pink colours, moving up easily on the outside now to take it up from Raise Your Glass, with Ball Games just 2 lengths away in third place, a wide margin then to the others. As they turn into the straight, Razzmatazz is well behind, but Direct Descendant has easily gone clear of Raise Your Glass. There's now 7 lengths between them as they approach the final flight of hurdles. Direct Descendant being pushed along by Russ Garrity and is safely over the final flight of hurdles. A good tussle going on for second place between Raise Your Glass and Ball Games, but Direct Descendant is going to win the cellar with plenty in hand. Direct Descendant then comes home in front in second. It's close between Ball Games and Raise Your Glass, well clear of Razzmatazz.
For the winner of this race with Straw Poll 12 months ago, when they beat Marcus Ely, representing the Carl Burke camp. So battle rejoined from those particular stables. We're all in for the European Breeders' Fund Maiden Stakes, 5 furlongs. And they're off. They jump away to a pretty good line. Violently out to the left was No Commission, who already has lost all chance and has violently ducked out towards the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Bold Mark shows good pace in company as well with Stanbury as they race through the first furlong. Indy Brawn races in third with Kilkenny Kitten towards the outside, racing in fourth place. Then the Orange Jacket of Word Perfect, Tara Tara towards the fence, rousted along Verstone from No Commission back on an even keel out towards the centre. It's Christy Cab who's outpaced as they race down towards halfway, and it's Bold Mark, the orange cap, half a length clear from Stanbury in the maroon and white. Tucked up behind them, Indy Brawn in the noseband. Behind these comes Kilkenny Kitten. They remain from Tara Tara, who's travelling quite well, maroon and yellow, as they approach the final furlong and a half. And up front, Bold Mark has forced Stanbury to go for everything, and Stanbury not picking up immediately as yet. Tara Tara's the horse that needs a split. The yellow cap, if gets it, is still full of running, as up the fence goes Indy Brawn. Bold Mark pressed by Stanbury, then Indy Brawn, still nowhere to go for Tara Tara, and time's running out, switch towards the outside. Stanbury's made hard work of it. Now Tara Tara
Tara's out on the far side, flying, and Tara got out of jail to win. Tara would have been an unlucky loser, beats the favourite Stanbury. Third goes to Word Perfect, tight fourth Bold Market in De Braun.
They're all in. They're off. Racing over the straight 5 furlongs, Salino came out very smartly to lead them through the first of the 5 furlongs, with Parallel Lines and Gemini Girl giving chase. Vendor's Mistake is racing slightly isolated down the centre, but showing a lot of speed. And after a furlong and a half, Ice and a Slice has now come through from stall 2 to lead them near the stands rails, where Parallel Lines is giving chase. Vendor's Mistake is just a length behind in the centre. Then comes Gemini Girl. Salino showed early speed, but now looks held as they race inside the 2. Peace Treaty is last. It's Ice and a Slice with a 2-length lead, heading down towards the final furlong. Parallel Lines beginning to fold. Vendor's Mistake down the centre. Berkey's Glory staying on from off the pace, but with a furlong to go, Ice and a Slice is in firm control. Now 5 lengths clear. They're bunching up for the minor honours. Vendor's Mistake hanging on to second from Berkey's Glory and Shamrock Tea. One-way traffic. Ice and a Slice by a country mile wins the finale. Tight second. Berkey's Draw and Vendor's Mistake. Then Shamrock Tea and Salino. Good night. Safe journey home.
First time.
Hello, Roberto. Ice and a Slice, the last 2. Last one going in, Ice and a Slice. We're all set for this Weatherby's Bank handicap. And they're off. 5 furlongs each trip, and Sirloin broke smartly. Sirloin to Jadan, Blue Power, Lord Baskerville, Ice and a Slice, Sweet Can Do, Valaticus, and the back marker, Hello Roberto. They come through the first furlong and a half. Jadan in the dark blue leads now. Ice and a Slice, the pink colours near side. Blue Power, the blue and white. Sirloin, the red and blue now back in midfield with Valaticus. Then comes Lord Baskerville towards the far side. Sweet Can Do, the red and white jacket, 3 or 4 lengths off the pace. Hello Roberto towards the back of the field. They've gone past halfway, the race down to the 2. Jadan now leads the way. Blue Power going second. Then comes Ice and a Slice, Sweet Can Do, Lord Baskerville. Then comes Hello Roberto, Sirloin and Valaticus. Tightly packed field. They come down to the final furlong. Jadan being pressed by Blue Power the far side. Then comes Ice and a Slice. Then comes Hello Roberto is staying on. They come inside the final half furlong. Blue Power on the far side to Ice and a Slice coming to challenge. And comes Hello Roberto. It's Ice and a Slice from Blue Power and Hello Roberto. Ice and a Slice just gets there from Blue Power. Hello Roberto back in third.
They're walking towards the tape, but Martin House is sideways, but they've got away perfectly well, and they've gone off at a dawdle in the Mayhood Marquise Novices Handicap Hurdle. This isn't a race, as they make their funereal way towards the first flight. Lagosta is in front. In second place is Bazinet. In third is Eyes to the Right, one who went quite freely to post. And then comes Bright Steel, who's in fourth. Mexican is fifth. And they're at the first flight now, and Mexican jumped it a little bit slowly. And over in last place was Martin House. So they go towards the first turn, still creeping along. Lagosta from Eyes to the Right. Looks as though he might pull his way into the lead soon. Bazinet is in third. And then Bright Steel, who races pretty much with Mexican. Almost at the second now. And as they come to it, Lagosta and Russ Garrity in the red colours, the blue and black of Eyes to the Right, who jumped up level there and just goes on into the lead now, Eyes to the Right. And it's going to make it a more sensible pace at last, leading by some 3 or 4 lengths from Lagosta, Bazinet. Then comes Mexican, who's racing with Bright Steel as they land over the third. And again, Mexican is not jumping very well, not fluent at the first or the third flights. And Eyes to the Right has gone clear by some 10 lengths from Lagosta. There's Bazinet and Mexican next, and then Bright Steel, and Martin House has been held up in last place. They're running on now between flights 3 and 4 of the 8 they take in all in the Mayhood Marquise Novices Handicap Hurdle. And Eyes to the Right is over that one. Still clear of Lagosta, Bazinet, and then comes Mexican with Bright Steel, who's a long way off Mexican, 10 or 12 lengths away and labouring badly, Bright Steel. Martin House has never got into the race at all, so Eyes to the Right goes on towards the 4th from home. About 7 lengths ahead. Lagosta is catching up a bit now, and then a length and a half away comes Bazinet. There's about 3 lengths to Mexican. The pace seems to have steadied because Martin House and Bright Steel have got a little bit closer. In fact, they're catching up again now. But Eyes to the Right still has the lead, and they're about to make the sharpish turn which should take them on towards 3 from home. So the lead with Eyes to the Right in the blue colours, the red of Lagosta. In the maroon then is Bazinet, the cheek piece is Mexican, the grey Bright Steel, and the black and yellow of Martin House as they near the 3rd from home. So having crawled for the first half mile, it's going to be something of a sprint to the finish if these horses can manage it. And now Lagosta takes it up again. So Lagosta has gone on from Eyes to the Right and Bazinet. Mexican made another blunder there, was overtaken by Martin House, and Bright Steel is beginning to struggle again. Down towards the second last they go, and Bazinet moves up the outside of Lagosta. Eyes to the Right is only a couple of lengths away, 2 lengths away, but ridden is Martin House. And then comes Mexican, who's trying to catch up again after errors. And finally Bright Steel. They're on their way between the last 2 now, and Lagosta has gone on again. But in second place, Bazinet is only a neck away, seems to be going well. There's only a length and a half then to Mexican, who's moved round the inside of Eyes to the Right. Back in 5th place is Martin House, and finally Bright Steel, who's shown the right sort of attitude, but has been outpaced at several stages of the race, is getting so again. On their way towards the last, and Graham Lee in the maroon colours comes through to take up the running for the first time on Bazinet. Goes to the front over the last flight. Eyes to the Right is racing out wide. Lagosta's on the inside. Between them races Mexican, but Bazinet has found more, and Bazinet is beginning to go clear in the straight and is out in front by 7 or 8 lengths now. Eyes to the Right and Lagosta are scrapping out second place, but up towards the line, and this is going to win easily. Bazinet for Tara Leisure eases right down before the finish. Bazinet, Lagosta finishes second, Eyes to the Right is third, and then Martin House, Bright Steel and Mexican.
First.
Down to the last couple of runners now. Mossman Gorge is due into stall 4, and Monkey Madge into 8. Looks as though they're going in unison. Just about set now. And they're off. And this time they race over the straight 6 furlongs. From stall 12, Able Charlie reared up when the stalls opened and was left a very long way indeed. He's tailed off as they race through the first of the 6 furlongs, with Open Wide showing good speed from a low draw. Street Dancers up there with the sheepskin noseband and red blinkers. Sound and Vision splits those 2, and Monkey Madge is showing good early speed stand side. Able Charlie's now raced past 1. That's Kimberley Hall, who's toiling and hanging badly as they come towards the end of the first 2.5 furlongs. Sound and Vision galvanised by the first time blinkers. Monkey Madge, who's got the stands rails, and Open Wide to the front 3. Street Dancer being left behind those. Tara's Treasure picking up now with the yellow cap, switching or trying to switch around the outside of Open Wide as they head down to the final furlong and a half. Sound and Vision's giving way tamely. Open Wide with the white face, and Monkey Madge at the front 2 now from Tara's Treasure. Off the pace, Ode is staying on, though rather got in the way of Mossman Gorge as they come inside the last 150 yards. Tara's Treasure now challenging between Open Wide and Monkey Madge, and Tara's Treasure's going to get up and win going away. Tara's Treasure by a length from Monkey Madge, who hung close home. Open Wide was third, and Ode was staying on best of the rest in 4th.
First number 13, second number 12, third number 6, and fourth number 7.
Approaching stall 9. Look at the Stars is about to load. Homebred Star walking in, one of the last ones. That's it. And they're off to race over just short of 1.25 miles once again. In the early stages, Belle Chanson in the centre, one of the first away, with Shin Kanoto in the noseband, out wide, and Dola against the rails. Spy Gun is prominent. They're the front four, heading to the first turn with Bassinet held up in the midfield, taking quite a fierce hold in behind Settle and Mazirion. Current back marker is Principal Lady as they head into the turn. Spy Gun, Shin Kanoto and Dola out wide, then Settle and Mazirion. After those, Belle Chanson settled in about 6th place from Bassinet and Desert Hawk on the inside as they prepare to swing into the back straight. 3/4 mile from home, Shin Kanoto and Spy Gun dispute the running from Endola, and then comes Mazirion. Further back in the field, Belle Chanson, Settle being driven. Desert Hawk is next. Bassinet races midfield from Gallego. Look at the Stars is after those, and then further back races Homebred Star. Hard driven is One and Only. Back marker remains Principal Lady. Well down the back straight at the 4 furlong pole, it's Spy Gun on the inside of Shin Kanoto and Dola in the hoop sleeve jacket. Leading 3, separated by only 1/2 length, then 2 lengths to Settle, Belle Chanson, Mazirion. Desert Hawks travelling well in the midfield. Bassinet is next, and then comes Look at the Stars, hard ridden. Heading round towards the straight, 2.5 to go. Spy Gun has gone on now by a couple of lengths from Endola. Shin Kanoto fading back in 3rd, then follows Bassinet and Settle at the top of the home straight. It's Spy Gun with a 3-length lead turning in from Shin Kanoto. Bassinet's in the clear and runs home in 3rd. After those, Endola. Settle is weakening. Desert Hawk has got clear passage on the inside and he's coming through strongly, although Spy Gun shuts the door at the furlong pole. Bassinet hits the front inside the last. Gallego's running on deep inside the final furlong. Bassinet from Gallego. Desert Hawk in the clear, running up towards the line. Bassinet driven out to beat Gallego by 3/4 length. Desert Hawk unlucky in 3rd. Homebred Star staying on best of the rest. Spy Gun, the long-time leader, faded into 5th.
First number 1, second number 7, third number...
On, we've just got 2 more to load with Gigi.
This is the Ladbrokes.com selling stakes. Miss Champagne to go into the 8th gate. Will be one of the late loaders here. And stall 6, Southborough Lad, yet to come forward. Also into the 2, Lucy's Lady. Looks like one more to come forward now. Leading to Southborough Lad. That's it. All in. Stand by. They're off. It's over 6 furlongs, and in the early exchanges, Woodwee gets a smart start. Also out wide, Miss Champagne with the black sleeves. These go 1 and 2. Running in 3rd is Teddy Monty. The inside Psycho Cap makes a wave of 4 as they come to the first 1/4 mile. On the extreme left in the Stars is Coal Light. That's the white and blue. Tracking that one is Southborough Lad, horse with a big white face. Is behind horses now. Another horse with a big white face is Sanders Boy, also in light and dark blue. But they're coming through the first 3 furlongs and down towards halfway. A centre field position by Woodwee, the check cap, to its left as we look at the Miss Champagne. Further out, Coal Light. Meanwhile, running the rail, Psycho Cat, and that probably has overall command by a length, if not more. From the back, Tara's Tornado starting a run now, Yellow Cap. So inside the final 1/4 mile, a head-to-head, Psycho Cap the rail, Yellow Cap is Tara's Tornado, the check colours of Woodwee, and out wide Coal Light. Looks between these 4, a furlong to go, a strong drive from Jamie Spencer, and that one gets Tara's Tornado into the lead, but this Psycho Cat won't go away next to the rails. However, Tara's Tornado is up to the line and on to Psycho Cat at the post. It's Tara's Tornado, Psycho Cat, Woodwee for 3, Coal Light for 4.
Tara's Tornado gets the job done then for favourite backers. A little bit of late support for this one. Plenty of punters latching onto the fact that champion jockey